Hi, welcome to part 2. I'm going to be doing day 6 to 10 of Dr. Fuhrman's Lose 20 Pounds in 10 Days Detox program. Oftentimes I use a lot of leftovers, and that's honestly pretty realistic because if you're going to do this full program, you're probably going to have a lot of leftovers. So you can either stick them in the freezer and eat them after the 20 days, or you can just eat the leftovers and eat as you go. It may even take you more than 20 days to do all these recipes. I hope this is helpful to someone that maybe wants to try it and just wants to know what these recipes might look like when you're not cooking with processed foods. So good luck to you and thank you for watching. Day 6 breakfast is a blended mango salad. I'm using frozen mango, coconut water, spinach, as the recipe goes, flaxseed as well. Pretty simple. Day 6 lunch is going to be a pear salad. I'm using mixed greens. I'm also toasting up some pumpkin seeds, and I'm chopping them up really small because that makes it easier to eat for me and for my baby as well. And I'm chopping up some red onions, very, very small, because eating raw onions is sometimes difficult for me. And the dressing I'm using is actually the Bragg's dressing. It has no oil in it. It's just a vinaigrette with apple cider vinegar. It's actually really tasty, and it works really well for salads. For dinner, I'm making black bean mushroom burgers. I start by blending off the pumpkin seeds and the oats. And I put them in my food processor. I'm grating some carrot to add in. Takes a while. It's actually quite a workout. And then I add in the beans. I added in some pinto beans because I had a lot left over. And I also put in some black beans as well. So it's kind of a mix. And then I cooked my mushrooms first before adding them in. And then I threw everything together in the oven, and that's what it looks like. I forgot to film part of it, so here's a picture of what it looks like when it's ready. For dessert, I'm making banana walnut ice cream. It's just frozen bananas with some soy milk or plant milk with some walnuts in there too. Very tasty. And cinnamon and walnuts on top. Day 7 breakfast is banana cashew wraps. The recipe says to use romaine lettuce as the wrap, but for me this just doesn't sound good for breakfast, so I just used pita bread. And for lunch I had leftover burgers from yesterday from last night. And there's the picture of it. And for dinner, okay, so for this, I didn't film any of it because I actually made it for some friends, so I was kind of busy, but there's a picture of it. My friends actually liked it too. For breakfast, for day 8, I'm making a tofu scramble. This is one of my favorites because it's more of a savory breakfast. The recipe says you can add an egg if you want to, but I prefer to go without any animal products. So I'm cooking the peppers. You could actually just put the onions raw. I'm not sure why I cooked them, but I'm cooking the peppers, tomatoes, tofu, nutritional yeast, some other spices. I think that's cumin, chili pepper, garlic powder, and that's it. I think I didn't film after that, sorry. For lunch, I'm having a micro-chopped salad, so I'm just getting the carrots and the celery chopped very small, and I put some beans on top. I think I put salsa on that too. So, there's my lunch. And for dinner, oh, I just love sweet potatoes. So this is going to be a bowl of cooked sweet potatoes. So I'm putting mine in the Instapot. Cooking the onions again. I don't know why I'm cooking them. I could have just left them raw. And then I'm cooking the black beans with some cilantro, black pepper, cumin, chili powder. I can't even remember what spices I put in there. I put smoked paprika in there as well. I just put all of my chili spices, onion powder and garlic powder in there whenever I cook like this type of flavor, like chili spiced beans. And there's my bowl. Sorry, it wasn't really a good shot there. Day 9 is smoothies for breakfast. Chocolate cherry smoothies. Pretty simple, lots of greens, frozen cherries, pomegranate juice, cocoa powder. I had trouble smushing the cherries inside of the smoothie, but they turned out pretty good. I think cherries and chocolate go really well together. Oh, my favorite. And for lunch, it's gonna be a pita, kind of with some spinach and tomatoes. I'm making the dressing out of nut butter, that pasta sauce that you see there, and the balsamic vinegar. It actually turns out pretty tasty for sauce. And there's my pitas, putting tomatoes and greens in there. I think I'm just using baby kale, but I kind of just stuffed it all in there and ate it for lunch. And for dinner, Buenas Noches black bean soup. I'm using coconut aminos for seasoning. I saute all my vegetables in water, and then I put all my spices in there. I think those are just all of my chili spices. I've got smoked paprika, chili powder, chipotle chili pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, cilantro. That's dried cilantro, and I think I put some fresh cilantro in there as well. So I start off by just sauteing everything. There might be some lettuce in there, just like from some chopped leftovers. And I'm using carrot juice because that makes it really tasty in a soup. Instead of just vegetable broth, pure carrot juice, so good. And I'm adding in all my beans that are cooked, my black beans. And this is what the carrot juice is. It's just carrot juice and lemon juice. And it just makes it really tasty. I also made some mozzarella. It's vegan mozzarella made from cashews and tapioca starch. I'll leave the recipe below. And this is breakfast for day 8 with blueberry breakfast cobbler. It's just oats, blueberries, bananas, and then you throw that in the microwave for a minute or two. And then you take it out and add some almonds and coconut and mix it all in. It's actually quite tasty. It tastes like a really nice dessert. And the almonds add a nice crunch as well. And for lunch, we've got this vegetable salad. So it's just a mix of a ton of vegetables, and you put them all in a Ziploc bag to kind of coat them all evenly. But it's zucchini chopped up, as well as peppers, onions, lemon juice. I think the recipe says to use lime juice. I just didn't have any, so I used lemon. And then rice vinegar, thyme, that's garlic powder, cinnamon, which adds a nice sweetness, allspice, which adds a nice flavor, and a little bit of red cayenne pepper. It wasn't spicy enough. Even my baby could eat it, so it wasn't too spicy. And you just mix it all together in a bag. And I added some beans on top and some fresh mango, and it was pretty tasty. And for dinner, it's a stir fry, which is, oh my gosh, this is so good. So I've got green and red peppers in there with some onions, and I'm making the sauce. The sauce is made out of dates, sesame seeds, soy milk. You can use whatever plant milk you like. And then I poured it all on top, and I also put some sesame seeds on top. And I decided to use quinoa instead of rice. It's orange because I used carrot juice to cook it. Oh, that's good stuff. I love this recipe. That was it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you stick around and come back for part 3 and 4. Thank you.